So there's one problem that most people today have with their life. They hate it. They have a job and career that feels worthless and time consuming. They feel dissatisfied with their health, finances, and overall happiness. And they feel like a failure because life is passing them by. And even when you try to improve your life, like you try to find a better job, go to the gym more, it's hard to stay consistent. And so it feels like you have no control over your life or the path that you're going down. If I were to look at my life 1 year ago, I was completely unhappy and dissatisfied with where it was going. To be honest with you, some days I lacked motivation to even get out of bed. I hated my job with a passion and I was dissatisfied with my body and the way that it looked. But within the past few months, that has all started to change, thankfully. I am now doing work that I actually enjoy doing. I've traveled to probably 17 countries in the past year alone, and I'm reignited and excited about where my life is going. It is completely possible to change your entire life within just 6 months. All it takes is the right strategy and the willingness to stay consistent with the process. So in this video, we are gonna go over the 5 things that I did to change my life in the past 6 to 12 months and how you can take what I've done, apply it to your own situation, and drastically improve your life. Number 1, backwards goal setting. For starters, what do you even want your life to look like in the next 6 months to a year? Do you wanna be traveling the world? Do you want to be in a better financial position? Do you want to break bad habits and pick up a new skill? Regardless of your current situation or your full-time job, these things are all completely possible. The only thing that makes it impossible is not having a goal in the first place. Like, how do you get in your car and pick a direction to go without knowing your destination? It doesn't matter what the goal is, but it needs to be easily definable, achievable, and proven. By achievable, I don't mean like realistic. The people who achieve the greatest things in life oftentimes are not realistic, they're more delusional. I'm referring to things that you can achieve based on certain facts and circumstances. For example, can you write a book and sell 1,000 copies in the next 12 months? Like, yeah, duh, of course you can. But can you be like, I don't know, 5'3" and become the most successful basketball player ever in the next 12 months? Like, probably not. And by proven, I mean someone somewhere has already done it. So to get started, choose a goal and work backwards. Say your goal is to make $1,500 every single month online. How will you make that money? What skills do you have to offer that can make you that money? You could maybe sell, say, a $300 service to 5 people, or you could coach 15 people for $100. Let's say you choose the service option. How do you find those people? Like, what platforms are people already using to find clients? Like Fiverr, Upwork? Now you know exactly what you have to do. You have to use one of those platforms, reach out to people every single day, land 5 clients at $300 a month to reach your goal of $1,500 a month. You also got to take action as soon as you can. Just because you have goals doesn't really mean much if you don't do anything to achieve them. One of my favorite quotes is from a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, where he states, "Every Olympian wants to win a gold medal. Every candidate wants to get the job. And if successful and unsuccessful people share the same goals, then the goal cannot be what differentiates the winners from the losers. It was only when they implemented a system of continuous small improvements that they achieved a different outcome." Which brings us to number 2, which is consistency beats intensity. A lot of times when people go about changing their lives and their routines, they start with a bunch of will-dos. I will wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I will go to the gym for 2 hours every day. I will read a book every single week. And while these things are great to get to eventually, the problem comes in when you try to do them all at once. Trying a lot of habits all at once never works. It always turns into a week of being like incredibly strict with yourself. And then you get tired of it, you slip once, then you slip twice, and then within a few weeks, you're back to where you started. The best way to improve your habits and your routines is to attack them one by one. Once you got one down, add on the next one, then the next one, and so on. So for example, you want to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Start by doing that for a couple days just to make sure you even like it. And then if you do, try doing it for a couple of weeks to see if you can stay consistent. Once that's normal to you and your body has adjusted, then add on, say, going to the gym 3 times a week and so on. The reason this works so well is because you're not overwhelming your mind. Like, don't forget you still have other things in your life going on. Try to refrain from allowing your excitement of changing your life to make you put too much on your plate at once. If you take it one at a time, like you're enjoying the experience a lot more. You're not putting so much pressure on yourself, which then will make it easier to stay more consistent in the long run. For me, this past year, I promised myself that I would spend at least 1 hour every single day working on my own personal business. 1 hour goes by super quick. And if I'm willing to spend, hours a day working on someone else's business, I can find 1 hour to spend on my own. Especially because the end of my day is usually spent watching TV or playing video games or scrolling on my phone or something. And that choice has been one of, if not the most important choices I've made when it came to changing my life this year. Number 3, respect your mind. I'm not someone who really enjoyed being in school that much. Like outside of my music classes and hanging out with friends, I can't say I enjoyed a whole lot of it. College specifically for me was a huge waste of time. But the one thing that I will always stand by is that learning is incredibly important. You can achieve whatever you want in life by gaining a new perspective on things and acquiring new skills. I think the best thing about school is that you are constantly exposed to new ideas and new perspectives, and you are challenged over and over again, so it's almost impossible not to grow. We work out our muscles to make our body stronger, and we work out our brain to make our mind stronger. One of the greatest things you can do in life is to develop a learning habit. For a lot of us, after we leave school, we're not forced to learn anymore, so we just stop learning. And this is kind of why life starts to feel boring and stale and mundane after a while. When you're always learning something new, it completely changes your brain chemistry. You learn things faster, you have more things to talk about, so your social skills improve, and you just have more skills at your disposal. And having more skills to choose from is not a bad thing to have when you're looking to make more money. And the best thing about living in the age of the internet is that you don't have to rely on school to learn. There are so many online resources that are free that allow you to completely level up in life. I made it a goal this year to learn something new every week, something that would benefit my life in some way. This could be something as small as learning a new recipe, or something as big as learning a new skill so I can make more money. It will do you so much good to make a list of things that interest you, and just over time, make sure you are learning something new about those things on a consistent basis. Number 4, respect your body. A lot of us underestimate what we can achieve when we really give our body what it needs to thrive. People don't say things like, your body's a temple, just because it sounds good. Your body is the vessel that allows you to do everything you need to do in the day, from working to walking. So it's best to treat it with respect whenever you can. No one's perfect, but you should aim to make decisions that affect your body with as much care as possible. Practice the 90-10 rule. I do things that are good for my body 90% of the time, and do things that are not so great for my body 10% of the time. So I do things like get enough sleep, go on walks, and eat right about 90% of the time, and then drink alcohol and, eat fast food here and there. There's a reason that cheat days have been proven to help people stay consistent with their diet. If you can do things that are good for your body 100% of the time, more power to you, but I'm not that good. No one's perfect. Give yourself some leeway, but don't go crazy. To keep it simple, focus on just 3 things for your body: rest, nutrition, and using it. Don't get caught sitting for hours every day without taking a couple of minutes for yourself to do a quick stretch. And if you're not someone who enjoys going to the gym, for example, just every once in a while, go outside for a 15-30 minute walk. If you treat your body the way that it deserves to be treated, it will reward you. You'll have better health, less stress, and less of a chance of developing something that will become a problem for you and your wallet later. And number 5, stay present. This one is much easier said than done. I plan to go into this more in a future video, but if you can master this, it will be a game changer for you in more ways than one. The book that really opened my eyes to this is called The Power of Now. Now, this book might not be for everybody, but I think it's a great book for beginners or just anyone who's interested in having more peace in their life and, being less dictated by their mind and their emotions. This is a quote from the book that I feel best encompasses the importance of being present. Unease, anxiety, tension, stress, worry, all forms of fear are caused by too much future and not enough presence. Guilt, regret, resentment, grievances, sadness, bitterness, and all forms of non-forgiveness are caused by too much past and not enough presence. We never have more than the current moment. It doesn't matter how much we stress about what is going to happen or what has already happened. It will never change the fact that all we have is right now. And by right now, I mean right now. You watching this, you breathing. I almost forgot to breathe. We oftentimes get so trapped in our minds and what we have going on that we forget that it's possible to just wipe your mind clear and just be. While you're eating, how much are you appreciating every bite? I'm being so serious. How much are you really appreciating every bite? What does it taste like? Is it hot? Is it cold? The biggest thing for me is understanding that I am not my thoughts, that I needed to work on my bad habit of living my life everywhere else but right now. There's so much excitement in wanting to improve your life, especially when you know the exact steps you have to take to achieve your goal. But once you have clarity on that, there is also so much beauty in just letting go, just enjoying what's happening in your life at this very moment. Try this. The next time you go on a walk or a drive, pay attention to everything going on around you. Turn off the music and just be for a second. Notice the colors around you and how vibrant they are. Feel the texture of the steering wheel, the smell of the air, the way the wind feels on your skin. Look to your left and look to your right and really acknowledge and appreciate that everyone is using the same path, the same road to go to a different place. Take a deep breath and appreciate the current moment for what it is. If you're at a point in life where you're just not happy with where it's going, calm down, don't worry. All you really have to do is get clear on what your goals are, keep the big picture in mind, and keep taking small steps forward. When you stay the course and just do what needs to be done, you'll be shocked at the outcome. You won't even recognize yourself in a couple months. You will get there, I promise. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like for the algorithm and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And have a great day. Love you. Talk to you soon.